Yo, I made 10K this month by hopping on calls like this with prospects that already want to buy. Now, what do? I do remote sales, I sell high ticket coaching programs, and I can do this from my laptop from literally anywhere. I'm in Germany, you can be in Bangkok, Dubai. It doesn't fucking matter. All you need is sales skills, which I have accumulated over the last 3, 4 years. And it's easy if you just put in the work and listen, right? Now, I'm gonna break this call down. He paid $2,500, and this is how the call went. And from there, bro, take notes, copy, emulate, and take fucking action. Peace.
All right, I should be able to hear you now.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing? What's up?
Nothing much, just chilling at home. Sorry, it took me a second to get into my email on my PC here.
Oh, good, man. I have some notes here. Um, I know you talked to Christian, correct? Before.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Did you watch the videos we sent you? Did you get a chance?
I watched I want to say I watched a couple of them, but I can't even remember which ones it was. I didn't watch all of them though. I won't lie
Okay,
to you about that.
got you. What happened?
But well, I was working when he sent them to me, so I watched a
Okay,
couple while I was sitting there, and then went on with my calls and never got back on my phone, to be honest with you.
happens to all of us, man. I have some
Yes,
notes
sir.
here, but not gonna lie, man. I'm just gonna talk to you, not looking at my screen all the time.
Yeah, no worries.
So, yeah, bro. Do you know what you're looking for specifically? Like, where do you want to be with TikTok? Like, what's the outcome here?
My whole goal, I've always been interested in affiliate,
Okay.
and I never really knew where to start. I had tried creating online actual presence with a website and blogs and things like that. Never
Hmm.
really got anywhere with it. Uh, TikTok has been something that has blown up right now. I think it's a super
Yeah.
I just think it's such a new market. There's a lot of potential for growth in it and a lot of potential to become something with that. And then my knowledge with TikTok, I feel like if the next, social media comes out, or I could just use that to continue to grow my avenues from there, if that makes any sense. So use TikTok to help grow
Yeah.
the Instagram, use TikTok to help grow the Facebook, whatever other accounts you want to kind of put out there, or
Hmm.
YouTube Shorts, or whatever else, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. I have a personal account that has about 3,000 followers, and I just created a second account that has like 2 followers right now. But
Okay.
so I'm really just trying to grow. I don't really know where to start, to be honest. I don't really know much of that, like how to get. I do have use Data for like product research, but I don't
Hmm.
even have enough followers to promote a
Yeah.
product yet.
Well,
So
that's the that's the
yeah,
first step, man.
yes, sir.
First step. Okay. Yeah. With all that, seems like you're trying to learn a skill here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, I mean, in terms of making money, like, where do you want to be after learning this skill? Like, where do you see
You,
yourself with TikTok?
I don't see myself really stopping. I mean, I when you say that, I'm trying not to focus on like, well, I want to be at 10,000 by this time, because it's more I want to just
Yeah, for
grow
sure,
and
for
not
sure.
not have this feeling of like get rich quick, make this
Yeah, for
happen
sure,
as
for
fast
sure.
as
At
possible.
the end of the day, though, you're here for the money, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, the money, the freedom. I have a
Correct.
daughter and a wife at home now, so things like that that I would like to be able to give a little more attention to, while also still
Yeah.
providing for them, of course. But my goal would be ultimately to be able to supplement my full-time income and leave my 9 to 5, which
Okay.
would ultimately for me, I'd want to hit, a pretty consistent like 8 to 10K a month for a good 3, 4 months before I would ever even consider doing that. Make sure I know I'm gonna
Okay.
make it work, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
you don't want to live your job like that. So with your job, when you say
exactly.
replace it, how much are you roughly bringing in?
Right now, I am in sales, so I bring in anywhere from 6 to 10 right now, currently. So a little less
Okay.
than the 8, but I'd want to be able to upgrade in the next adventure, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
You're in sales, interesting. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you're saying 8 to 10K is gonna help you replace your job.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that then the ultimate goal for you, or you say, hey, I want to
No,
make
I wanna
more?
keep going. Yeah, yeah, that's just so I could get out of it, and then just at that point, I'd actually hit the ground running harder and trying to scale it bigger, because then I'm not working a 9 to 5, and I have that
Okay.
extra time.
Yeah, and that sales job is a job, right? It's not your business.
Correct, it is a job. I work in it's the garage door industry, so I actually go into people's homes, one-on-one conversate with them about their door, sell them motors, new doors, repairs, whatever it is. And then
Yeah.
if I sell it, I do it on the spot. Then I do my work,
Actually,
get my
like
check,
door to
and leave.
door, kind of.
Kind of, but we get the calls.
We get
Everything is
calls
like, yeah, my
inbound.
garage door is not working. Come see what's wrong with it.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're trying to replace your job, man. Have that freedom. I mean, how long have you been wanting to have financial freedom for you and your family?
Man, I'm 29. Since I was 18, I've been wanting to try to figure something out.
Holy,
I've done everything from drop shipping, Amazon FBA.
yeah.
Uh, I, what else have I done? I got personal training certified, tried doing online clients. There was one point I had like 12.2 thousand followers on Instagram as a, you know, I was using steroids. I was all big and all about like just getting,
Yeah.
the clientele and all that. And then I had a girlfriend at the time that didn't like the DMs I was getting, and I deleted
Okay.
everything for her and regret that pretty much for the
Got you.
most part because I think I had a lot of potential in that one and a lot of
Mm.
growth coming. And it was making me money, and I kind of just switched careers, started masonry and hardscape, and left that all behind at
Wow.
that
Okay.
point. Yeah,
Like 10 plus years now. Okay. So
yeah.
with all that, I mean, seems like the one thing didn't really work out that you're still doing, which none of those are you still doing, correct?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, in that period, have you looked for any help, like courses, mentorships?
Yeah, I had done some courses on it was the drop shipping side when I was doing the Shopify print on demand. I had joined a
Okay.
course for that. It wasn't a crazy expensive course. It wasn't anything like, wow, I'm learning anything I didn't see on YouTube beforehand.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it did help. I mean, it helped me like connect my Facebook account to the actual Shopify store, so when people click a product, I could then
Yeah.
reach back out to them and things like that.
Okay. So with that course, I mean, were you profitable? Was it worth? Or you say that course didn't really
No,
give a shit?
I did make money, just it was at that time I was working at a gym, and
Hmm.
basically I was making like, I think the most I made in a week was like 500 bucks. And then I
Okay.
got promoted to manager of the gym, and that was like, okay, if I'm going to make six figures doing this, everything else is stopping. And I just put all my time into the gym. So it was
Okay.
pretty crazy. Started to hate my life. That's when I got into some other drugs, quit
Yeah.
that job, left everything, and then just
Yeah. Yeah.
that's when yeah, then it went on from there. But yeah,
Okay.
I just
It's a
can't. I couldn't do the
up and down journey, man.
yeah, for
So
sure.
was it just a course? I'm just curious that you joined, or did you ever join a mentorship, like a one-on-one hand holding?
Never joined a one-on-one like mentorship. No, that guy
Okay.
never
Why haven't you?
FaceTime. A lot of it would be funding is one thing for sure, because
Yeah.
I can't say I'm made of money for it by any means. And then the other thing was just never knowing if I could trust that that's a legit person, or like, it just seems like every ad's the same. They all say the same thing,
Yeah.
so that would be the main reasons.
Yeah. So what
I don't
about,
want to invest in something that I
yeah,
don't fully know is going to make it.
100%. What about tarot and TikTok shop made you believe that this time I actually want to get mentored after
You know,
10
I
years of not looking for a mentorship?
I can't even say I'm fully in on it. I just am interested, and I saw his ad pop up, and I have recently been deep diving into the TikTok world, and I think that's probably why his ad popped up. But
Okay.
or your ad, if that makes sense. And then they
So it
reached
came
back
from
out.
an
You
ad
guys have
or
follow
YouTube?
up? I think it was YouTube. I think it was
YouTube,
YouTube.
because
Yeah, it
we
came
don't
from
run
like a
ads. Yeah.
recommended video on YouTube. Yeah. And yeah, that was kind of it. It just seemed like he didn't have a giant, massive following. That was actually something that I was intrigued by. I'm like, okay, cool. This guy's not
Yeah,
already
most
having
people are. Yeah.
20,000 people under his belt. That I'm just going to be
Yeah.
one of these little breadcrumbs for him, if that makes any sense.
Makes sense, man. Going back to the reason why you haven't invested, which was money, right? You said, and also not having the trust. Can I give you a perspective, bro, that can help you?
Totally.
Okay. So when you say money was the reason, you haven't invested, right? And also the trust thing, which is another thing. But let's look at the money side, right? That was probably the main reason.
Uh-huh.
Right. I mean, do you see it as a symptom or as the problem, which why you never
Mm,
invested?
Oh, a problem. I mean, the way I always kind of saw it was like, okay, if I put this, like some courses are 500, some were like 5,000, so if I
Yeah.
were to be in the 5,000 where I'm like, man, this one looks valuable, but of course the value costs money. If you want good at, cheap's
Yeah.
cheap, it is expensive. And it's like, okay, if I put that 5 grand in, then I have no more to do anything else with. So then I'm
Right.
stuck just with this course, and I can't invest in the advertisements they're telling me to invest in, or I can't get this specific system that I need to get that's $150 a month.
Well, yeah,
To,
let's say
yeah,
because with us, let's say when you join, you don't have to invest anymore because that's how it works with us. I'm just saying, I mean, the mindset you had, right, of money holding you back, that has been an issue for you, right?
of course, yeah,
Yeah. And what I'm saying is that's not the problem, right? It's the symptom of the problem. Because if you had the money, you could join. But
right,
the reason why you don't have the money is you don't have a skill that's going to pay you that money. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Yeah. So also
exactly.
looking at the looking at the trust side of things, I mean, how will you ever know and how will you ever have a skill if you never invest in yourself?
Right.
So you
Yeah,
never
then you
even
can't.
tried it,
You
correct?
never would. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides the
So
cheap course that was just like, a 30 videos and
yeah, that's a
go
course though,
for it.
right?
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
comfortable. That's what I'm saying. It's comfortable putting like $30 a month down for a course, but
Exactly.
not comfortable spending the big amount. So can I ask you, man? I mean, do we need to look for comfort or discomfort?
Discomfort. You only grow in discomfortable or
Yeah.
uncomfortable situations, right?
Hey, you've been in the gym, right? You're going to the gym. I saw the profile pic, so
Yes, sir.
discomfort. Yeah.
I don't even
So
know. Oh man, this email profile pic's brutal. Yeah, this
probably
is
the
back
old
when I
one.
was in the.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So we have to value discomfort, right? I mean, at the end of the day, most things we want in life are on the other side of comfort, right?
Yes.
So looking at that, I mean, what do you have to do to make sure that we can get you to those 10, 20K months and have a skill that's going to pay you?
Right.
So what do you need to do?
Well, I don't fully know yet. I can't say I really know. I just know I need to start making progress. That's my number one thing right now is like I have it in
Yeah,
here, just create something new every day and see where it goes. Like I don't have the secret formula on what is gonna work for me. I can only just keep trying something until I'm my strategy right now is
correct.
literally throw shit at the wall till it sticks. You know?
Correct. But looking at the last 10 years, right? We've been throwing shit at the wall and never invested in ourselves. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. So
And the number
with
one thing
that,
is I won't I feel that I never made it somewhere because I never stuck to something. I would do it, then
correct.
something else would pop up, and I'd make an
Correct.
excuse not to stay with it. And
That's
then
that's what I see from listening to
yeah,
your story. I mean, with
yeah,
that being said, are you willing, man, to give 100% to make sure it works? Like actually draw a line in the sand, show up every fucking day so you can provide for you and your family, right? With what we
yes,
spoke about. Honestly,
yes,
it's a yes or no question, right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
what
and
would you do? What would you do if you knew you wouldn't fail? Like looking at a mentorship, looking at a business model, looking at an opportunity, you would do it, wouldn't you?
right,
Simple. So
yes.
how will you ever know though if you don't ever back yourself and push through the discomfort?
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing I have is like sometimes when it comes to cost of something, then I have too much faith in myself of like, you know what, I'm just gonna do all this research myself. I'm gonna go through the this video, that video. I'll sit down for
Yeah.
8 hours on Thursday when I'm off and study, 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 take
I
notes.
don't want to put you on the spot, but
Yeah,
that's how the last 10 years have been, right? So
right.
we
Yeah,
either put a line in the sand and work together so we can get to those 10K months and actually have financial freedom and have a skill that's going to pay us for the next 10 years, or we
right,
crumble and go back to the life that you have been living, which is just average, right? So, what is
right.
the decision the best version of you makes right here, right now?
Right. Well, I mean, the best version of me would move forward with uh, a new door that's opened in front of me, if that
Correct.
makes any sense.
Yeah.
Right. Take advantage
Correct.
of the resources in front of me.
Yeah. So do you feel that with what you have been doing that you're gonna get to having a skill and 10, 20K a month, or do you feel you need to make some small changes?
Right now, the track I'm making, I mean, there's definitely changes to be made, but I do feel that I can get there. I don't feel like it's an impossible thing. I just feel like I need to stick
Yeah.
to it. Yeah,
Correct.
that's where I'm at
Well,
with
that's the
this.
change,
So,
right? Because you
right.
haven't been.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And I mean, the last 6 years I've done nothing. I did everything a lot till 23, then got a masonry job, and that was a career for me. I did that for 5, and then I got into the garage doors. Uh,
Yeah.
that's my father's business, is the masonry business. So he was gonna give that to me. I was gonna take it over. And we had a falling out. Not necessarily like I love my dad, still super close, but falling out business wise.
Yeah.
And kind of decided to go separate ways with that. And now I'm in the garage door industry, but I've always wanted to be my own boss. It's always been something I want to do, is create something for myself, not work for somebody, not make more money for
Yeah, I
somebody than
see
I'm
that,
making for
man. Looking
myself.
at the last 10 years, right? I
You
mean,
know,
why is it that you wanna make this change now? Like, because it
uh,
has been some years, right? And why is it
the,
that you actually wanna take a risk like this?
I have a 1-year-old daughter at home. She's the main reason. It's time to
Yeah,
wake the
sweet.
fuck up and make something happen.
Yep.
That's what it is. I'm tired of being, I'm 29. I thought I'd be a millionaire by now when I was in high school. I'm like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be something, and then life hits, and you're like, okay, why haven't I made any moves in the last? If I look at it now, the last 6, 7 years, why have I not tried
Yeah.
something? And even if it was for 7 years, I posted one thing a day, and that one thing, I think I'd be way further than I am sitting on my ass doing nothing.
100%.
Uh, got into video games. I've given that up now. I've literally, like, in the last week, decided for myself, like, if you go on your computer, you're going to be building something that will help you progress in your future,
Yeah.
not waste an hour to gain 2 levels and lose 5 in my ranking on,
Yeah.
CS:GO. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go to bed literally in the negative of whatever the heck I was doing, and
Yeah.
just brain rotting myself. So that's what the main thing is, and we're trying for my wife wants a second kid, and I'm sitting here like, "Oh shit, I gotta get moving." And that's where I'm at. That's the
Yeah, bro.
main reason
I feel you. I
I'm
feel you.
deciding.
So,
Yeah.
so you're saying you're ready to draw the line in the sand and actually make things happen?
Yeah, yeah. One way or another, I gotta do it. I don't have a choice anymore. So that's where I'm
Yeah.
at.
All right. So, like getting to 10, 20K a month, having your own business and not having to work for someone else, right?
Right.
How would that be, bro, for you and your family, for your kid?
Oh, it'd be amazing, man. It would allow me to truthfully, like, I feel like, for example, I mean, this is getting pretty intimate, but
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, like, I didn't even get my wife more than just flowers, and I felt like a fucking
Yeah.
loser of a husband, because it's like, you deserve so much more, and on her birthday, I'm working. I'm sorry, I can't say, I could take this day
Yeah.
off and we'll go to Disneyland and enjoy this together, or whatever, right? And, I think it would allow me to show her how much I care about both of them,
Yeah.
and allow me to, one, like, just reach the goals I want as a dad. So, like, I want my daughter to be homeschooled. I want my wife to be able to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to be able, like, I get that there's always going to be work I have to do and things that are going to
Yes, sir.
take me away from them. But at the same time, I want to be able to choose, like, okay, on Thursday this week, I can make sure, or on, you know, next week we could take a week off. We could go do
Yeah.
this. I'll have my systems running, the people in place that are going to continue things moving while I step away for the week, and then I could come back and start managing again and overwatch and help. So like, that's my main goal, is to
Yeah.
get somewhere that uh I can eventually hire people to take the tasks that I'm doing and the busy work away from,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense. So, like, that's kind of what I've always kind of wanted to get to.
Yeah.
Uh but yeah, yeah, but I'm
Man,
so new to the TikTok scene. I can't say I'm very educated on everything, other than, like, try to make something catchy and throw it out there, dude.
you
You
don't need
know?
to be educated. That's why
Yeah,
Taro exists, right?
right.
People like him. But
Yes.
yeah, that's a big goal for you, man. Like that's the top of the mountain. Time freedom is the big thing, right? You
Right.
have money, kind of, right? 10K a
Kind of.
month. It's
Yeah.
okay, right?
It's okay.
Um, but you don't have
Yeah.
the time freedom. Yeah,
Right.
and
Right. And
things
even the
like
money
that, man.
goes, and we're in California, man. That money's,
Yeah,
paycheck to paycheck
California.
right now. As much as
Wow.
I'd love not to,
Yeah.
but in the area, we're Orange County,
And bills
California.
are
My
high,
wife
right?
likes living on Chapman. Yeah, like shit.
Yeah,
So
bro.
yeah, that's where
So
we're
we
at.
need to be making 10, 20 for sure.
Right. And that's just to be a little more comfortable. I mean, the higher you get, the more I
And
don't
then
want
the
to keep like upgrading
second
as I
kid.
make money. I'd like to start stacking stuff in the savings account. That's my, I'm not trying to like go get a mansion. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
say I have a mansion sitting in my savings, which would be nice.
correct. And
You
then a
know.
second kid. So yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's the
Couple
top of the
college
mountain.
funds, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the dream, man. Like 10,
Right.
20K, having your own business, having time
Right.
freedom, so you can actually do the fun stuff. That's
Yeah, that would
where we
be
want to go. On the other
completely
side,
life
though,
changing.
we don't make a change, right? Things stay the same. Same job, same old life, same 10 years. Again,
Yes.
how would that look like? We don't
Oh,
make a
it
change.
would. Yeah, it would be. I'd be in the rat race still. I'd be exactly where I'm
Yeah.
at, waking up at 7 a.m. every day, going to work till 7 p.m. every day, and
Yeah.
coming home and doing it all over again, kind of depressed with life. Like I know I was able to do more than this, and I'm
Yeah.
not a dumb kid, but I'm not the smartest kid. But I see kids that just have the drive, the willingness to go do it, and it's like
Yeah.
that's what I think is just what separates the people that have made something happen and the people that haven't.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know.
at the end of the day, you can hate yourself, but bro, like you have even more responsibilities than, of course, like 17-year-olds, right? So
Right.
it's hard, even hard for you, but that's why you got to work harder.
Yes, and that's why I beat myself up for not giving it the time when I was a single
Yeah,
dude, you know?
yeah, man. That's how we all think.
You're right.
Well, how would it feel though, like knowing that you haven't taken action? Let's say the future is repeats itself from the past.
Oh, I'd just be more upset with myself, you know? Yeah, and I can't even say I'm upset with myself. I mean, life's life, you can't live with regrets. I enjoy
Yeah,
every
no,
mistake I've
for sure.
made. I've grown so much through all the different
Yeah,
adventures and endeavors I've taken in on, and I've learned from all the failures and all the BS, like,
sure. Yeah,
you know, as much as I didn't take action at certain things. I've gotten myself out of debt. I've gotten myself into better places than I was 10 years ago for sure. So
yeah,
there's that too, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that. And never did I think I'd have a kid at this point in my life and be able to make it happen. But somehow,
yeah,
like once the kid came out, medical bills were paid. This happened. Like I was able to stick with it and keep it going. So
yep.
uh and that just showed me I'm like, you know what? Why am I sitting here like struggling to make this happen when I feel like I can create something that would make it to where I can look forward to that next kid, not worry about the bills that are coming with them.
Yeah,
You know?
we all
So,
can, man. Yeah.
yeah. So that's
So
kind
are
of
you are you gonna allow that to happen? Like, are you gonna settle for the current life?
no, 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 definitely not. I have notes I read every day to level up and to help me just remember like don't get complacent again, don't get
Yeah.
lazy, don't make excuses, and make shit happen.
As far as time wise, is that good for you? Like 2 3 hours, 1 2 3 hours a day?
Yeah, yeah, I could do for sure 2 to 3. You know, I'm willing to do more if needed. I could always wake up a little earlier, get an hour in the morning,
Yeah.
and then 2 or 3 at night, whatever. So yeah, it's not so much like I don't wanna have a moment where I'm grinding on both jobs, like, I'm totally okay with that for a while. I know that's kinda what's needed,
For sure.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then make the transition for sure.
Yeah, I had the talk with my wife, like, "Hey, just so you know, if I'm doing anything extra right now, you're gonna it's gonna sacrifice my time with them now, but,
Yeah.
it's gonna be return in the future, and I just need you to trust me in this," and she seems to understand that. So, I'm like, "Well, if
Yeah.
my daughter can't remember me not being around, I'd rather it be then than when she's old enough to know if I was there or not."
Yeah.
So,
Correct.
yeah,
Let's help you get there, man.
yeah,
All
that's
right.
where I'm at.
So that's all I needed to hear, man. We can definitely help you. Like you're actually driven, and you have some things you want to do, right? So
Right.
in terms of the mentorship, it's going to be lifetime access, bro.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah,
No, that's it.
that's
I
it.
mean, 3 pillars, simple.
I like
Discord,
it.
like-minded people, mentoring, and course, right?
Yeah.
Now, for you personally, having access to actually talking to the guy, getting mentored instead of you just looking at videos. Of course, the course is good, but that's how the mentoring is. I mean,
Yeah, and I
everything I
still
went
watch all
over,
the videos, of course.
for sure, for sure. Do you believe and feel like we can actually get you to 5 figures a month, or how do you feel?
No, yeah, I do believe that it's possible. I mean, uh, I don't fully know how I feel because I understand what you're saying and the mentorship, this, that, and the other. It's it's more just like I guess I guess because I don't know enough about it, it's hard for me to envision like how does this grow that and scale that quickly,
Hmm. Yeah.
you know? So I guess that's my only thing. But other than that, I mean, it makes sense what you're saying. If you have the brand deals in line, you see a student put in the work, doing their end of things that you said, hey, I'm going to give you access to tarot. I'm going to give you access to
Yeah.
this course. I'm going to give you access to message me every day. I'm going to give you access to send your videos so I could tell you where you're messing up, where you did great. But you didn't
Right.
do any of that, you know, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then you're not gonna succeed in it, of course.
Well, we're going to
So
teach you, right? I mean,
right,
you don't have to worry about not succeeding, which
right.
we're going to teach you,
Yeah, and so,
right?
like, I do see how that can scale, and then it's like, "Hey, you're killing it. Here's a brand deal. Go do this."
Well, you don't have to
You
kill
know?
it. We're going to give you the brand deals to kill it.
Oh, got you. Got you,
Yeah.
got you.
I'm
Okay,
just
see,
saying, I mean,
I thought it was, like,
if
based
you're not gonna
on
post, well, why give you brand?
exactly. So it's more just, like you said, just showing you're giving the effort. Like,
Yeah.
you show that
And you don't have to come with experience. That's
nice, okay.
yeah. That's what you
So,
maybe
like
think, right? That you're not really prepared for this, but you don't have to be. Like as I said, bro, we literally get 50-year-old people in this group. They don't know how this works, and we teach.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. So with that
So you believe we
w
can help you
I
get to
do.
those
Yeah, yeah.
5-figure months?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
do. I
Why do
mean,
you
I've
feel
seen
like we
it.
can?
Well, one thing when I submitted for this, I remember there being a lot of videos on that page actually where I could
Yeah.
scroll down. I watched a few of those. I mean,
Yeah.
just seeing other people say it works and knowing they came from kind of a bunch of
Yeah.
different areas, kind of like they were just normal people. You know, they work
Yeah.
jobs too. Some work two jobs, some work, you know, whatever. So, I mean, I don't think I don't think that they would be saying they made that money for no reason.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I do
anyone can
believe
say that, right? And you
right.
mentioned earlier the trust thing. I mean, let's not look at the testimonials. I mean, for you, just looking at how this is structured, I mean, why do you
Yeah.
feel like it can help you in your personal situation rather than
Well, because
looking at videos
it
only?
gives me all the resources that I don't have. I don't have brand deals that I could go promote. I don't have a someone that's been doing this for however long, you know,
Yeah.
5 years that did all the mistakes already for you and was like, don't
Yeah.
do this, do this. Someone that has the not just his own education, but the thousands of people that he has connections with. So the connections. He probably knows a lot of people in this TikTok game, a lot of people in
A
that
lot of people.
space, that space that
Yeah.
have a lot of knowledge and can guide you into the next successful step. So uh that's all it is. You're paying for, like you said, a mentor, someone that
Correct.
can fast track your success and avoid you from having the 3 years of the reasons why people quit. I did this for 3 years and I failed, and I gave up.
Yeah.
So,
Happened to you,
uh,
right?
right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying is like I think it's more just he has what I don't, which is the knowledge, the
Yeah.
resources, and etc. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I do believe it. And what
Right,
you're
man.
saying it makes sense. You know,
I mean, do you feel this is the next step for you to get to
I
those
do.
5-figure months?
Yeah, I totally do. And I'm very interested in moving forward at this point, to be honest. I'd like to discuss what happens next and how things go
Okay,
from
let
here.
me talk about it, man. So for me, the next steps are to set you up with Tarot. It's gonna be complete one-on-one with him. like this, bro. He's gonna talk to you. He's gonna build a game plan, right? You're gonna be in the
Uh-huh.
group. You know what to do the next weeks. You know how to take action for the next weeks, right? To get to those 10, 20K months. From there, you have access to the Discord, to the inner circle, and then we can get you started, bro.
Okay.
Happy enough?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sound good?
Definitely. Yes, sir. So payment, the not fun part. When does that happen?
Okay. We
Does
doing
that happen now?
call. Yeah.
Okay. So my thing is I need to come up with $2,500. I have about 1,500 that I could
Okay.
fund right now, but
Not an issue.
it wouldn't be an issue.
Not an issue, bro.
Okay.
All easy. Finances is the easy stuff. We're not too strict on it.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Not an issue. Can I ask you before we do that? I mean, money aside, because as I said, easy stuff. Like if you had $2,500 right
Uh-huh.
now, would you actually do it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Why would you?
Because that's not what's stopping me. The money's not like it's not about that. It's about I just want to take steps forward. That's my goals right now. And
Yes,
he
sir.
has it sounds like this is a pretty badass system that he's got running. So he keeps it small, 50 people in a group. It's not 350 where you hop into a voice and it's like, oh, this server is full, next server. That server is full, next server. That server is full.
No.
It's a lot more class based. Like,
Yeah.
one guy can help a smaller group a lot more than a larger
Yeah.
group. So
Got you.
that's
Okay,
kind of what I'm
easy.
looking for. Yeah.
So can I ask, do you have the 2.5K liquid and there is a bit of uncertainty for you investing it, or do you say you only have some of it, like you just mentioned?
No, like even the 1,500 would be on a credit card, dog.
Got
Yeah,
got you.
yeah. I have 1,700 liquid for rent coming up on the first.
Well,
And
that's not
that,
liquid.
yeah, it's not liquid. It's just in a
You
savings
need it.
account. So like I have the money, but I can't spend that. Right.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
in that case, that's not an issue, as I said. Would you like me to break this down to a more manageable structure rather than you investing 2,500 all
I
at
would,
once?
I would love payments if that would be
Would
possible.
that help you
Yeah.
move forward today if we do so?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Okay. As far as the payment plans, you say you have 1,500. Cool. What we can
Yeah.
do is we can do a two-pay split. So how this works, 1,500 today, and then in the next 30 days, you have 30 days to pay off the rest, 1,500. Would that help you?
So it would be 15-15.
Yeah. The difference is you have like a $500 interest. Only difference.
Got you.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather save the 25 and save that 500 to be honest.
You say fuck the interest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's put the interest off and how it works. We do 1,500 today and then 1K in 30 days. Does that help?
Let me see here. Yeah. And what are what questions on this? Like, say I get into this, I pay this
Yeah.
1,500 and I look at it and I'm like, this is crap. And I decide I don't want to do it. What is the steps at that point? Which I don't
Well,
feel I would, but
let me ask you,
uh,
why would you feel that way?
just to avoid getting scammed. I haven't seen this course. I haven't seen the Discord.
Okay,
I've only seen videos of people saying they did good. That's kind of what it is.
got you. Well,
Yeah.
I normally don't give advice on that kind of
Right.
thinking because that's negative thinking, right? But um,
Right.
well, we have the guarantee. That's why we have a guarantee like this.
The 90 day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what
So
is your protection.
that's the guarantee here.
Uh-huh.
But of course, going back
Say,
to what we discussed, man, you will never know if you don't even take the risk.
yep. No, I know. You got to take risks to make things happen. Scary.
Yeah, it is.
Things that are
It's
worth it
not.
aren't not scary, that's for sure.
That's normal. It's not supposed to be comfortable, man. No one comes
Yeah.
on here just puts the money down.
Yeah, I just kind of in my mind I was like, I'm gonna take a couple months, talk to my wife, save up this money and go for it, but I don't want to miss this opportunity at the same time.
That's what
I
everyone.
think that's
That's what
yeah,
everyone does, man. Delays it,
yeah,
and then we have the same
and
as
then
you
never
have
does
been
it. Never
sitting
does.
the next
Yeah,
10 years, correct?
yeah, exactly. That's why I'm kind of like, yeah, I need to move forward. Uh, is there
Well, let's
any
do it.
Is that the best we could do, man?
1,500 and 1K in 30 days.
Man.
You ready, man? To push through the wall?
I am. I feel like this is something I need to at least call my wife on. Because she has money too. I mean, I feel like if I could just figure out if she'd help support me in this.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, let's move forward with the 1,500 right now. Let's just do this.
Sure.
Yeah. I've got
You don't have to. Sure, man. I don't want to put you in here.
no, it's not that. It's I have told myself like I'm gonna make steps forward,
Yeah.
and it's more for me. I feel
Yeah.
like right now.
Yeah, bro.
All
Okay, let's do it.
right, give me 1 second. Let me get my wallet.